Hey, what's going on, Freedomers? Okay, so I call this the 70-30 rule. So 70% of your success is you believing in you. 30% is the physical stuff, the resources, the money, the people, the connections, the whatever externally you need. Even though what's the name? I think it's what the hell is it? Tony Robbins says success is 70 or 80% psychological, 20% technical. So it's the same thing, right? But in this percentage, in this formula, we're gonna talk about just about belief. One of the things I learned from somebody else and through their pain is they lack belief. And they're always looking for external validation. And instead of taking opportunity and betting on themselves, they find every way to look for somebody to validate them, and wait for somebody to build with so they can move their life forward. And they always feel like they need a partner or they need somebody else to move their life forward. And I get the concept. In her North Node is in the 11th house, so I get the concept of team, and it's important. Nobody's an island, you know what I mean? But you don't get nowhere in this life by not doing for self, by waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for whatever. And I believe that when you move in a certain way, the right people will come at the right time, the right place, the right opportunities will just come because you started moving, because of your belief in yourself. And 70% of her failure teaches me that, and it made me look at myself and say, where am I looking for validation? And what Spirit told me is, yo, if you saw it in your mind already, it's already done. Like, the Most High would not give you an idea if it could not be done. And I've heard that in Think and Grow Rich. No, actually, The Science of Getting Rich. The Most High would not give you an idea if the Most High didn't want to see it prophesied through you. Because in the words of The Science of Getting Rich, all ideas are the Most High's ideas filtered through you, through your personal desire for your own expansion. The Most High wants to see you be great, because it cannot fulfill its prophecy of whatever it is that you desire, of 5,000, 10,000, let's say money, 20,000, 100,000, being financially free, or having dominion over the earth, if you always need somebody else's external validation for your movement of your life, or the robbing of you being an individual because you want to be part of the team. You know what I'm saying? And I believe you can't have a good team if you're not a strong individual. You know what I'm saying? You're not working on your individuality. And if you're always waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and hoping somebody understands you, I said, and what I had to learn, one of the top things I had to learn across my journey is, who cares if they don't understand? You understand. Who cares if they don't see it? You see it. And so many people, because they want other people to see it. And quite frankly, it don't matter if they see it. And I said, good Lord, good Lord, if I acted like you, I would never be where I'm at today. And here's the difference, though. There's a difference between looking for validation and then finding people and finding people who are successful at what you at. Because there are some things, and some ideas, or a good amount of ideas, or even I would say most ideas for most people, most concepts for most people, is not unimaginable, or has not been done before. Like, let's say you want to make $10,000 a month doing real estate. There is somebody who's doing that right now. There's somebody who's doing that. So so if you find them, let's say you get in their network of some sort, you get on their email list, you watch their videos, you apply their videos, etc., etc. That's different. That's getting in an environment of some sort to change your future. But the difference between validation is you're always looking for somebody to tell you it's okay to go. We can do this. And then finding somebody who did it and you step on the shoulders of giants. That's a different kind of conversation than, like I said earlier, waiting for somebody to validate the truth of what the Most High has put in your soul and your spirit. You feel what I'm saying? And I actually can't stand being around those people, because they feel like if I don't have a partner, I can't move forward. And there is a difference between partnerpreneurs, but like there's a difference, because I feel like when you're a partnerpreneur, when you have an idea, and usually if you're seeking a partner, it's because what you're doing requires something that you're not good at. So you gotta find somebody who's good at that, right? Then again, looking for validation because you don't want to do what it takes, at least on what you are required to do for your success. And like I've said on many occasions, like Ajna even said, more beautiful than me on a video. This is where I'm also catching. So I'm learning as well to not get caught up. So intellectual people, and this beautifully said. Intellectual people, smart people, learn from their mistakes. Wise people learn from others' mistakes. And she said, don't get caught up in the trauma and the drama, because the universe, and this is absolute motherfucking facts, okay, will teach you through observation first. No bullshit. The universe will teach you through observation first. And then, when you don't learn, it will knock on your doorstep to give you it firsthand. That's fact. That's not opinion. And I had a Libra lady, I'll never forget it. She was like, oh, you don't have your own experience. You're not in the real world. Da, 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 da. I said, I am. It's just that I don't engage in a lot of the things most adults engage in, because I pay attention and I say, how is that working for them? Most adults are really not successful. They're not living the life I want to live. So I pay attention to them, and I've been wise enough to say that ain't for me, because I don't have time to engage in the things, like for instance having children at 21, 22, 20, like my dad did. I observed and I said, whoa, he ain't where I want to be. And he wasn't selfish enough for me, for my liking. Where I'm like, why would I spend my 20s taking care of some child and um, taking care of some child, and I'm not free to do what even the basics of what I want to do. I can't even take care of myself. Why would I do that? And I don't mean that to say I don't take care of myself, but like, I mean in that situation of 22, 21, because he had me at 21. So I'm like, what the fuck will you, especially in the 90s, with no technology like that. What the fuck were you doing at 21 in 1995? You heard? So what riches were you attaining in 1995 at 21? So I was wise enough to say, yo, and I'm glad I listened, because I know now that I did not make a mistake. And I said, yo, let me chill on that, because pussy, vagina, making babies, I'm gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't need to be in a rush to do things that everybody's doing. You know what I'm saying? Especially to the fact that, he caught up, but I said, nah, I'm good. I'm not doing that when I'm 30. When I'm 30, I want to be like, nah, I'm chilling. All right, now I want to have my first son. I want to have my daughter, because I'm straight now. I'm healed now. I'm whatever, right? And you can't do that. People out of order, and they have, and like I saw on TikTok a video posted very beautifully. She was like, a lot of black people are not having babies. They are just, meaning they're not planning for them. They're not preparing for them. They're not willfully saying, I wanted you to come into existence. They're doing it for selfish reasons. They're doing it for because they're broken. They're doing it because they were damaged inside. They're doing it because it was a oops. He came in me, and I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in saying, oops, I had my child by accident. I said, no, I had you on purpose. I know who you are. I know why you're here. I know why you chose me, etc., etc. So, and I want it to be planned, at least prepared, my nigga. Like, too many people have babies unprepared, and I think, because like my friend told me the other day, just yesterday, she said having a child is the most challenging thing I've ever had to do in my life, and I've seen that, where it's like they challenge every part of your being without warrant, and you got to be patient, because they're testing you while you're raising them. They're testing your patience. They're testing your love. They're testing your everything. They're testing everything. They're testing everything, man. And I'm not ready for that right now, where a child tests every part of my being. Now, I'm without me doing that for myself, and I've done that with myself already. So even if I'm not even gonna say that into existence. If I had a child, I would have already felt that experience. I have already felt what it's like to be tested on every level, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. I've already felt that pain. I've already gone through that shit. So when the baby comes, it won't be new to me. I've already been tested in every fiber of my being, and I still got up, I still rose, and I still got stronger. I still got better, right? So in that understanding, one of the things, and people, because even people have children to get validation. You know what I'm saying? They have children because they want somebody to tell them that they're meaningful. They want somebody to tell them that they're somebody. They want the family that never fuck with them to kind of acknowledge them, because they have children now. And when they realize that ain't gonna happen either, it sends them in a dark hole. Um, um, and even this person that I learned this lesson from, her child is a Pisces, which is I believe. And like I said about this formula, the 70/30 formula, almost 70% of you reaching your new financial goal, like the spirit told me today, eliminate the thought of it's not possible. Find every way possible to create a validation of the idea being possible, right? And I don't care. I want to slingshot so goddamn bad, bro. Sheesh. Find every way possible to validate the existence of what you want. You know? Okay. So, and and when I say validate, I mean in a positive way. So that means, again, we are all looking for validation, but find proof of it already being done, even if it's not being done to the magnitude that you want it to happen. But find some way to see it into existence in your mind's eye, whatever. And then put in the work because you already know it's done. So, yeah, the number one killer of all success, and I'll leave it here, of all success is looking for validation in the negative way. Like, you need somebody else. You need somebody else's opinion, somebody else's, um, you always need somebody else's opinion. And on top of that, you surround yourself around bad counsel. Um, and that's one of the, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't get anything out of this life, you know how to counter your success in any way. Hang around foolish men. Ooh, child. That's a whole video. Do not hang around foolish counsel, unwise counsel, people who really ain't it. Boy. But yeah.